Greetings and salutations. I'm in Malaga, Spain, well, Mijas to be exact, and today I get to test out a scooter that I've had my eye on for a few months now. I think it's going to be special. This is the 2023 Peugeot XP400 in the special episode of Beyond the Ride. Malaga is located in the sunny Costa del Sol region in southern Spain. It's known for the beautiful city center, gorgeous beaches, world-class golf courses, and lots of fun in the sun. Because of the unbelievable weather, it also makes a great setting to test out some bikes, which got me even more stoked to try out a scooter that has taken the world by storm, ever since it was first introduced in EICMA 2022. The XP400 is powered by a 399cc liquid-cooled single-cylinder engine that punches out 35.6 horsepower at 8,150 RPM and 38.1 newton-meters of torque at 5,400 RPM. The top speed is a decent 137 kilometers per hour. Now let's talk about the wheels and tires. You get a 17-inch front and 15-inch rear wheel. Some units have spoke like the white one I've been using for the weekend, which of course as an ADV or off-road capable bike, you should have spoke wheels anyway. And just to prove that Peugeot means business about this being an ADV, the wheels are wrapped with Pirelli STRs. The brakes are solid as well. You get 295mm dual disc at the front and 240mm disc brakes for the rear. Front ABS comes as standard. So typically I like my scooters to be classic, right? Kind of like the Django of a Peugeot. But honestly, this has started to grow on me. And using it today, I've actually fallen in love with the styling of this aggressive ADV scooter. I mean, look at the fairings in the front, look at the headlights, this little beak right here. I mean, it screams ADV, right? It's even got my favorite tires on, the same tires I have on my Tenere 700, which means it can go off-road. So when I'm riding the bike, it feels like, or at least in my head, that I'm in a sci-fi movie. It's kind of like, imagine yourself being in Mars or in the moon or something and you're riding around in a scooter. This would be it. This is what I would imagine it to look like. It's really something that's very unique. I haven't really seen anything that kind of looks like it. Yes, you can talk about the Honda XADV if you want, but this is a little bit more unique in my opinion. And it's got a lot of premium parts. Now, if I want to nitpick a little bit, I wish that the windscreen was a little bit more adjustable because this is just stuck right there. It would have been nice to be able to lift it up just a little bit more to give you that extra protection from the wind. You get a 5-inch TFT display that's among the best I've seen. Provides clear and comprehensive information about speed, fuel level, trip distance, and many more. All right, so let's take a look at the storage compartment. You press this, and this opens right here. And this opens right here. So you can see you have small storage space back here, and then over here you have a lot of space. You can put a full face helmet in there and some other things. And then that closes. This closes. This is also a compartment. As you can see, that's where the keys are. Probably a phone as well. So you do have some pretty good compartments. The grab rails are pretty solid that you can for the pillion. Look at the risers on the handlebars right here. So it does still give you that ADV feel. The controls feel very, very good. This is adjustable. The levers are adjustable as well. The controls are nice and clicky. And then, as you can see, the hand guards. This one I wish was, I mean, I know that your most adventure bikes, when you talk about the handguards, they're really just plastic. But you know, you can put the metal bar here just to give it a little bit more protection. But you know, the handlebars, the handguards, I should say, typically you don't see them on scooters. But since this is an ADV scooter, of course you're going to get that. The mirrors do work very well. And let's take a look at the dash really quick. I love the way this thing looks. As you can see, you have a little mixture of analog and digital. It gives you all the information you need. And it does take a while to boot up though. But take a look at that. Very nice, very, very nice indeed. So I do love these little accents that they have on the bike. You know, nice branding right here with the Peugeot. Just these little details that they have. Nice, significant in my opinion. Makes it bike extra special. Now this is of course where you put your feet, and you can't really stretch out your legs too much like in other scooters out there. But for me, 5'6", not bad at all. Again, more attention to detail right here. More branding of Peugeot. As you can see, the French flag. It is made in France, so that is a nice touch right there. Yeah, typically I see the Italian flag, but it's nice to have the French flag as well. Look at that beautiful headlight. LED all around. Here's that little beak. Give it a little bit more of that adventure feel. Yeah, I mean, it's a nice, good-looking scooter. So over here, it is to open, of course, the seat, which I just did. And this other button right here, I thought it was a 9-volt socket, but no. This is actually going to open the fuel cap right there. Nice. Let's do that again. Yeah. So over here, underneath the pillion seat, you have the 9-volt socket, as you can see right there. USB, I should say, to charge all your gadgets, gizmos, and plenty. So the bike has a 231 kilogram curb weight, which honestly is a little bit high for a 400cc machine, but it handles the weight very, very well. In fact, you don't feel the weight at all when you're riding it. Even when you're moving it around in the parking lot, it's not a problem whatsoever. The fuel tank capacity is at 13.5 liters, and the claimed fuel consumption is 26.3 kilometers per liter. The seat height is 815 millimeters, but the seat is rather wide, so you expect that to feel a little bit taller than it really is. I am 5'6" with a 764 millimeter inseam, and as I move it off the center stand, as I move it off the center stand, as you can see, I am tiptoeing a lot more than you would expect for an 815 millimeter seat height. The seating position is nice and relaxed, but feels a little athletic, and I feel like I'm seated pretty high up and can see over the traffic. It's very ADV. The suspension is really quite good. You have 41 millimeter upside down fork up front and a single horizontal shock absorber for the rear, which gives you more wheel travel and feels, a little bit more progressive than standard suspension bikes. I do really love that dash. It looks extremely classy. I can see all the info I need, even under direct sunlight, and it gives a nice touch to the bike. The XP feels very premium indeed, yet a little rugged as well. It's a nice combination. It's excellent for daily commuters and normal, easy riding. Then, if you want to, you can take it slightly off-road on some light trails like what we did here in Malaga. It did feel a little weird at first, to be honest with you, going off-road with a scooter, something I haven't really done before, but it didn't take me long to get used to it. In fact, I found myself wanting to push off-road a little bit more and wanted to get off the beaten track a little bit more. And I did try to, look for something a little bit more challenging than what we passed. What we passed was great. The XP handled it beautifully, but I wanted to see if it can do a little bit more. But it's not my bike, and I did have to follow everybody else. Otherwise, I would have gotten lost somewhere in Spain. So I didn't really push it. I mean, we did some, several light trails, and it's definitely a lot fun going on the off-road. That I quite enjoyed it with this bike. Surprisingly, I didn't think I was going to enjoy it that much on the off-road, but I really did. The scooter has some motorcycle DNA with all the high-end specs. It's also very agile like an MC, but it's also very comfortable and easy to use like other scooters. It's a very interesting dynamic because it's got what other bikes out there, other motorcycles out there have, like high-end bikes. This scooter has it, but it's a lot more comfortable. It's easy to use. It's just twist and go. It's just something that you can use. Anybody can use this bike, in all honesty. It's a really approachable scooter with ample power, but it won't blow anyone's socks off. It's a very nice sweet spot, if you ask me. This is such a well put together machine, and if you're one of those people that care if a bike is made in Europe, well, the current crop of XP400s are still built in France. And considering that this was, the R&D was in France, in Europe, and it's built in France, it's a really premium scooter, and it's something that I can see myself using on the daily, and something that I can see myself using a lot, to be honest with you. This is a really, really nice scooter that everyone can enjoy, from beginners to those who are more advanced. It's really a bike that checks off so many boxes. No wonder why they are sold out around the world. Now that is a little bit of an issue and perhaps some missed opportunities, because if they can produce these bikes a little bit more rapidly, I still think they would sell very, very well. So in conclusion, well, I gotta admit something first. I've never really tested out a scooter and wanted it for myself right after, but this has changed that. Because finally, we have the ease of a twist and go. You feel substantial on the expressway, especially because it's a 400cc machine. You can take it legally on the Philippine expressways. And you can also take it around the city with no problems whatsoever. It's got ample storage space. You can enjoy it in the twisties, and if you want to, you can take it on some light trails as well. I mean, it's pretty much got everything that I want in a two-wheel machine. However, all of that comes at a price, as the 2023 Peugeot XP400 starts at 555,900 Philippine pesos. Yes, that's not exactly cheap, but in my opinion, it's worth it. For more information about this bike and other MCs out there, log on to www.motodeal.com.ph. This has been Jinno Rufino from Malaga, Spain. Thanks for watching this special episode of Beyond the Ride.